some breaking news. So I tweeted this out. It, I don't know, got a lot of likes, got a lot of impressions. And I tweeted out, if what I'm hearing is true about WWE, the dirt sheets are this year. And so I don't know, man. I'm just like,
allegedly.
Let's just say, right? Like, we're just making up here, right? Like, I don't know anything. I'm a dumb. These are just educated guesses and stuff. But so with WWE, not only have they been cracking down, but they want to avoid doing more rounds of stooge tests like they did that last year, like late 2023 or whatever. But they have a lot of new talent coming in. And again, nobody's talking about this but your boy Phil. They have a lot of new talent coming in. So you have people coming in from AEW and TNA, and they might conduct themselves differently, especially with the dirt sheets. They might, you know what I mean? And so some of those people around Mania season probably got talked to, and you see some dirt sheets melting down and missing and stuff like that. Okay. And now they're glazing the Rock because the Rock told a lie that sort of validated their lies in a weird way, in a weird lie inception way. But you know, let's just, you know, picture a world where you have talent, and even in WWE, you got people pitching their own creative, right? Like Karrion Kross is cutting these crazy promos. There's an alliteration for you. Karrion Kross is cutting these crazy killer promos. You know, they're like, it's, you know, he pitches it to The Office or whatever. He clears, hey, I'm going to say a couple times. Are you guys okay with it? Whatever. But he doesn't, it's not like a script anymore. But for a lot of these guys, they're pitching and doing, like, they're involved in a lot of this creative. So with that, you would think that probably some creative confidentiality agreements probably get signed, and NDAs probably will get signed as far as like on a creative level, right? Which that is so commonplace. I know Tony gets a lot of for the NDAs, but it's such a commonplace thing in the entertainment world, especially. But so I imagine, right? Let's say everything I'm laying out before you all, let's just say that was the case, right? You'd imagine, and this is just me puzzle piecing things together, it would be really hard to get information out there. And if something did get out there, it'd be pretty easy to narrow down in 2025, I think, in the latter half of this year, who said something if something does get out, correct? You know what I mean? And yeah, I'll throw that out there. Just food for thought, something to think about. Okay, so let's scroll all the way down and let's get into some stuff here. So no lies were told. So we have a video. I actually have the social media post that went kind of viral where WWE superstars are asked questions like, who's the most likely to this? Who's the most likely to that? And everybody gives their answers. And actually, I don't have it in here. Wow, maybe the phantom bookmarks. But basically, wrestlers were asked, you know, who's the most likely to pick up the check at a fancy dinner? And Raquel and Dom like pointed over at Liv, and you know, Raquel's like, oh my God, sometimes I feel like she's my sugar mama. Like she will just pay for things like da 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 da. And you know, other people gave their answers. Some of them said Liv, I believe. And then here's Danielle Fishel on Pod Meets World. One of the only non-wrestling, no, actually that's not true. I mostly listen to wrestling pod clips, but one of the few pods that I'll listen to in full form and not clip form, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Danielle Fishel,
for the record,
Topanga from Boy Meets World talks about her time at WrestleMania here this past weekend, or I guess about a week ago with us, and then we tweaking. Everybody catching bullet holes. No. Shout out Bobby Shmurda.
I would like to say for the record that last night we all went to dinner as a group. There were 11 of us.
Yeah.
Went to an amazing restaurant here at the Fontainebleau Hotel. We went to Komodo.
Yeah.
And when our bill came, the waitress got down and she was like, Danielle, I want you to know someone named Liv picked up your tab. And I said, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
She said, yeah, Liv, she wanted me to tell you she'll see you tomorrow morning. It was
rock
the
star move.
Coolest move. And then we were like, is she here? And she said she left.
Yeah.
She paid a massive tab and didn't even
bounced.
Stick around to say hello.
It was super rock star. You ordering the 6 desserts after that was a little much, I thought.
It was a little much.
Yeah,
well, I had her credit card number.
Exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Man, they do a great pod, these three. And yeah, shout out Liv. I did that once at a birthday. it was like a friend's birthday, so I just went and grabbed everything and was like, yeah, I'm getting out of here, guys. And I just didn't say anything. It felt pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's a boss move. Can't do it all the time like Money Morgan over there, but they still think Cope is in WWE. They've never heard of AEW. This is via Neckbeards here. So Metallica, WWE celebrities spotted watching the Leafs battle the Senators Tuesday night in Toronto. So WWE superstars Trish Stratus and Adam Copeland. We're watching the Battle of Ontario on a Tuesday. So a night off for both folks, and pretty funny that they're just like WWE superstars. So here's Saraya praising Triple H. There's a lot of Saraya news here. She will be back in WWE as Paige. Period.
Triple H was a really good boss in NXT, and I enjoyed him running it. And he gave girls a lot of time, a lot of freedom, and he helped usher in the revolution too. You know, he wanted to give the women a chance, and he did. When we were in NXT, you know, doing a suplex from the top rope as a woman was like a big deal back then. I mean, we got a "this is awesome" chant, and now everybody can do it. You know what I mean? But like back then, it was like special, and he let us do that. You know,
Yeah.
Emma and Paige, their matches got me back in NXT, or into NXT rather, and back into WWE like regularly a little bit, you know, not gonna lie. I got a time where I was kind of wavering off. And also Bo Dallas and Neville.
And that's another thing. I think obviously, yeah, give the women a lot of credit, but also people like him that gave you guys a chance, because
and Dissension, they ruled.
People like Vince, for example, just didn't want to. And then again, things won't change until the gatekeepers are taken out of that position, and then things are able to change. So
Hunter was he was definitely one of those people. He made NXT what it is now. Is like, it's a spectacle. It's like the third, you know, brand. Like it's really big. Like people are selling out arenas when they do pay-per-views and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's the one. He was like the catalyst there that made he took it. He was like, listen, honey, you're gonna be in charge of FCW, and he was like, no problem. And he made it something really special.
Wow.
And so, I'm really thankful for him for giving us the opportunity. Because I had a trainer down there after Dr. Tom that was not nice, and he treated everyone like dog. And he like didn't take the women very seriously and didn't give us opportunity. So if he was still running it, it wouldn't be where
it would still be held back.
But Hannah, it was like, I see something, and he's very open-minded, you know, and so he was like, he sees us women, knows that we can put on a match if given the time, and he was like, okay, here's the brass ring, you know. And so I'm really thankful for him. I really am, and I know he's going to be doing some special things now that he has Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, man, she's going to be back. So Nia Jax receives criticism over comments about Charlotte Flair at WWE Roast of WrestleMania. So yeah, I don't know. They made jokes about Charlotte Flair's faces or whatever, her face changing. So Charlotte and Nia are really good friends. I don't know what people want anyone to think or say. So the ratings are in. NXT on Tuesday, 686K and a 0.17 in the key demo. AEW on Wednesday, 521K with a 0.14 in the key demo. And of course, 8 million watching on Max, rounded to that exact number. And yeah, man, the key demo falling. The ratings are all of this for this victory lap. And like all this hype around this Dynamite, and they take out all these advertisements around Mania and all this. And that's the rating they do, and the key demo's falling because Dave will go, well, because you have to assume they're on Max. But really, it's just, no, it's going down because AEW's the old man show. It's like if you're just someone who throws on wrestling, like just to have it on, that's what AEW is now, you know? Like, yeah, there's some matches. Once in a while, there's something good. So anyways, though, moving along. The creator of Penta's WrestleMania mask was overcome with emotion watching him wear the gear on the biggest stage of them all.
Emotional damage.
No, shout this guy out, though, for real. Yeah, that's dope. He must feel really good about that. So, okay, WWE superstars. This is courtesy of Bleacher Report. Uh-oh. Owned by WBD. No, of course they're going to be there covering WrestleMania, though. But, yeah, WWE Superstars' most famous friends. They get asked, and they're all pretty humble about this.
Who's your most famous friend?
Bad Bunny, I guess.
Probably Pat McAfee. Yeah.
Mark Long, King of the Challenge, the first reality TV star. I'll put Mark Long up there. Rey Mysterio, or I think Rey.
I don't know, because they're just my friends. I don't, because like, what's a friend? Like, it's a friend, and you have like people you know, but like
You got real deep.
friend, you know.
I didn't even know you was gonna go that deep.
I feel like my husband is just like my most famous friend. He's like my best friend.
Who's your most famous?
So moving along here, Jacob Fatu talks about his first purchase since he made money. And this is the Club 520 show, I think. Shout out these fellas.
Now when you got the big bag, what's that moment when you first got your final like breakthrough in the situation? What's that move? Like, what's that purchase? What's that thing you just like, all right, we on?
Man, shit. Man, it was paying my rent on time. Hey, bro, because I remember, bro. I remember nobody wanted my autograph, bro. The only thing I was signing, bro, is when I used to sign my papers, bro, when I was getting out of jail. You know what I mean? But hey, bro, but we came a long way though, and you know, bro, man, bro. It really just feel good to see my parents happy. Yeah. And everybody always say, congratulations, Jacob. Nah, but man, it's really my wife, bro. You know.
Now when you got the big.
And he puts his wife over. That's good. He's like, I'm just happy to pay rent. He's got like 7 kids or something too. So shout out Jacob, man, doing the damn thing. So here is LaGreca responding to, well, where's The Rock's response? I thought I had that bookmark too. We got the Phantom bookmark opera here. Here we go. So The Rock responds to Dave LaGreca's rant about his lack of involvement at Mania. The Rock says, "Hi, Dave. The business is a complete work. Always has been. Always will be. Every aspect of it, every match, every interview." I got to get my Rock down. Please join me. No, I'll get it down. Cody, Cena, Brian, and the rest of us for our creative discussion so you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show. P.S. Tell Bubba I have Grand Marnier and Hush Puppies for all of us. Okay, so that's what The Rock had to say. And LaGreca responds. And I'm sure he'll be totally rational and sane here. Shut up, busted open. Let's listen to what LaGreca has to say to what The Rock says. The Rock says,
I love professional wrestling. I love professional wrestling because it's unlike any form of entertainment or sport. I'm passionate about it because I dive into it, and it's not about, oh, it's real to me, damn it. But man, it is. It is. You guys put your bodies on every time.
Oh my God. Oh man. Where is my LaGreca goes.
Wrestling's not fake. Time you step into a wrestling ring, you're putting your health and your body on the line. It's no more real than that. That's as real as it could possibly be. So when you say it's a work, I don't need to be reminded. I know that. I'm trying to fight that off from everybody outside of our circle. I don't need somebody inside the circle who sits at the highest mountain in this business, which is the WWE, to tell me it's not real. I already know that. I know that it's not real. But let me buy into the magic that is professional wrestling. So when you say it's a work and that it's fake, then what are we doing here? Then what are we doing? The reason I rant and rave like I do is because I'm passionate about it. I didn't like what I saw at the.
No, you're just obsessed. You're just an obsessed freak who obsesses all day. You're just an obsessed freak, weirdo, obsessed.
End of WrestleMania 41. Just like if my Cowboys lose or my Yankees lose, I'm going to rant and rave about that. Doesn't mean I hate it. It's because I love it that I get so passionate and I yell and scream about it. Don't tell me it's a work. I don't need you to tell me. That's supposed to be from Dick or Jane down.
Yeah, for real. It's it's like with AEW where, man, I would go nuts with some of these. Like a while back, I'd go nuts trying to drive the point home. Like they need to this, and that, or else this, and that's going to happen. Then all this time later, now it's at a point where I'm like, well, I'm just disinterested now, really. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. Well, if you don't like, just don't watch it. I'm dumb and I don't know what heat is about, and I should be encouraging people to care. Dumb wrestler guy who's like, just don't watch it then if you can't like everything. Stupidest thing anybody could ever say, right? It's like you want people to care. The second they stop caring, then that's not a good thing. And if you rant about certain things, you're just an obsessed weirdo. Why do you care? But then, you rant about other things, you get praise. It's insane. It's insanity. Social media is just really like warped society in a weird way, at least on social media, like not when you go outside. People are pretty chill, honestly. There's a lot more people, a lot more cell phones, so people catch the crazy. There's a lot more people on pills in these days for sure. So a lot more, I think, crazy happens out there in the wild. But I don't know. People are generally cool,
On the street that doesn't like professional wrestling. They're the ones that tell me it's a work and that it's fake, not somebody within the business. Believe in the magic. It's the magic that makes.
Stop caring about this thing that we want you to care about. It's like I tweeted out Shayna Baszler liked my tweet about someone was bitching at Josh Barnett and her about Bloodsport or whatever. And then Shayna was telling this Mark, I'll call him a Mark, right? Phil S. Marks over here, takes one to no one. And she's like yelling at this Mark. Well, not yelling, okay. She's probably pretty calm, just typing into the Twitter machine, right? She's like, yo, these WWE wrestlers are getting the most eyeballs on this. She's like, you all want GCW, like you guys say you're fans of Bloodsport, and then when we do something to make it bigger, now you're complaining about it. And then I quote tweeted it, and I was like, yeah, that's like John Lovitz. He has a beautiful quote where it's like, we all encourage each other and we all talk about, oh, we want the American dream or whatever. And basically, you guys know what that means. Just freedom and the chance, And so we all want the American dream until you achieve the American dream. And then everyone's like, you're grinding your way up and everyone's like, yeah, do it. And then you make it and everyone's like and that's essentially what it is. So it's the same thing. It's what LaGreca just said. What are we doing here, B? Like Rock, you're going to come back and then make people care. And then you go out there and go the goosebumps and this is what it's all about. But then you're going to be like, don't care so much about this thing that we need you to care about. It's so silly. I guess we just gave several different analogies or breakdowns for that. Really drive the point home for some of the sickos in the back, I guess. You guys get what I'm saying? But yeah, here, let's listen to what LaGreca has to say for these last 30 seconds.
Makes people buy a ticket to go see WrestleMania or sit on their ass for 3 hours to watch a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown because it's real to them.
Yeah, the North American dream. It really is, man. It really is, because Canada's the same. You just want a chance to work hard, make the best of it. So
they don't need to be reminded that it's fake. So all due respect, Rock, all due respect, Mr. Dwayne Johnson, I appreciate what you done for me and for this business, but what you put in that response, I felt was wrong. And it hurt me. It actually, I'm not angry about it. I'm actually hurt and disappointed with the response.
Damn. See, he pulled like I'm disappointed. I'm hurt by it. So you got to appreciate that. Here is Wren Sinclair with a very late Wren's Day, sorry, and we're doing this on Rusev Day. I know it's all up, but here we go.
Hey guys, happy Wren's Day. So last night on NXT was a little tense, so instead we are going to take a look into my room of requirement. And while we're doing our tour, let's go ahead and answer some questions. Question number 1, can we see the room? Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing right now if you would have just waited. And this toilet right here is actually a functioning portal. So, yeah, you have to know someone. Anywho, question number 2. The real question is, what is the best Harry Potter movie? And that would be The Prisoner of Azkaban.
I knew she's
obviously, hands down. Question number 3. Who's your favorite Harry Potter character and why is it Snape? Well, first off, you must be a mind reader because he's pretty high up there. But if I had to choose my very, very, very top number 1, it would be Dobby, for obvious reasons. He's kind of the best. And for this final question, it actually seems more of a statement. It says, you should do a Harry Potter cosplay. And to that, I have to say, I actually have. And obviously, I went as the only choice that anyone would go as, the best character.
Dobby is free.
Oh my God, she's ridiculous. They need to just let her do these. Like when they bring her to the main roster one day, They just need to let her do these and like don't overproduce them, you know, like let her, maybe the audio is the only thing you fix, but her with that audio, she knows what she's doing. Like that's part of what makes it good, you know. And I'm telling you, they need to let her just like do these little videos leading up to her debut. And man, I just find that entertaining as Harry Potter equals red flags. I cannot unsee that. The goddamn flutes, man.